Hello there, I'm Gill from WALX and I'm going to show you the Xcelerator model, which is the pole that we specifically designed for both stability and rehabilitation walking. So I wanted to harness natural walking. So when we walk, we swing our arm and our hand is in that kind of nice loose position with the thumb at the top. So we've looked at making sure that with the WALX handle we can mirror that exactly. So the first thing that I want to show you is the handle and why we have developed it in that way. What we wanted to do was, having worked with all sorts of other walking poles, we knew that there were sometimes issues with the wrist and too much bend in the wrist and not a neutral wrist position. And we also knew that if people over gripped their poles, that's not a good thing, especially if somebody's got hypertension, etc. And finally, we wanted the action of our handle to be as natural as possible. So while the handle is unique, the other unique thing about WALX poles is that you can see here they're put onto a shaft with an angle. And that angle is really important for helping us get that neutral wrist position that I talked about, and also the positioning of the pole when it's planted in the ground. It makes an awful lot of difference. What we've also done with this handle is when we fitted it onto the pole, you won't be able to see this with the naked eye, but we understand natural gait and walking patterns, and we know that the arm swings slightly to the center line when we walk naturally and normally. We don't want you to be walking like a soldier and marching with WALX poles, and so this handle is designed to enable you to take that hand to the center point because we have angled it slightly in its position on the pole shaft. We've also harnessed the fact that you can't over grip, and the poles can be used in front of you for stability and balance, and they can be used at a slight angle in order to gain some kind of fitness walking or propulsion, which is great for rehabilitation. And obviously the Xcelerator poles, they do come in a pair, and what you get with your poles is you obviously get the handles, which on each one are marked left and right for you, and then halfway down the shaft of the pole there is the adjuster, and for this you can adjust for height. It's clearly marked on here where you've got the particular heights, and we have some guidance that come with the poles as well and on our videos, and it's a case of just a gentle twist until it's loose, and then you can slide it up and down and then turn back a couple of turns and it will tighten to the height you require. On the end of the poles, they come with a tungsten tip. Now, if you want to, this is hard enough to walk on any surfaces. Great on soft surfaces, it will really grip. But if you are using a hard surface, or especially a slippery surface, then we would recommend our rubber paws. And we've got a number of those as well. The Xcelerator poles always come as standard with what we call the stability paw, and you can see the stability paw is exactly that. It will give you quite a wide surface area, great on slippery floors, and great if you're using the poles in a more upright position in order to gain stability and to aid you with your natural walking progression. And you can also request from the store team if you'd rather not have the stability paw and you think you may want to use the poles in a more propulsive action, and all of that information is also on our website, then you can go for the multi-paw, the cross-training paw, because this one will still give you a degree of stability in a more upright position, but it will also work really well if the pole is angled into the ground for propulsion. So if you imagine if that's angled into the ground, it will give you a good grip on there. And these are the poles, the paws that come with our total body walking poles as well.